piece inside here that spins. That's the actual issue. It's, you know, stuck. You see that shaft and all the dirt on the shaft. It's basically all the rubbish that came out of there. Clear. Cold start. We're just holding its idle just under 1. It actually seems to idle lower than it used to for some reason. What's up, guys? Hope you're keeping well. My name's Zilly Boy. Welcome to my channel. So today's video, guys, is going to be on the Civic Type R. Now, it's been packed since last week, and I thought I've got to get a video out on me doing something this week because the weather's been so terrible. I've been fighting the weather, looking outside, you know, thinking, should I attempt it, should I not? So I thought, you know what, bugger it. If it, you know, starts raining, I'll just carry on this video tomorrow or the day after or whatever. But yeah, today's repair video is going to be the idle air control valve. Idle air control valve, yeah. So if that's gone, you normally notice this hunting idle when you start it, and I'm actually going to show you this in a bit. I'll start the car up and we'll take this from outside and you'll just see it doing its own thing. It's like the car's possessed, basically. You know, you leave it outside warming up and you can just hear it going, you know, it's doing its own thing. Even my partner's like, hey, is someone fiddling with your car outside or what? And I was like, no. And our plan is to actually remove the throttle body itself, clean the throttle body up, and clean the idle air control valve itself. Now, you can either use brake cleaner or carb cleaner or whatever, which I do have inside. So we'll go through that whole process, and I'll do it on head cam so you guys can see it from a sort of bird's eye view or point of view, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's no crazy video. It's just that we want to get fixed in this video. So yeah, hopefully at the end of the day, if the weather plays ball, we can have a car that's idling normal instead of bouncing all over the place. Anyway, let's get into the video. So let's start it up and you guys can hear exactly what I'm talking about. So you can see there it's idling nice. Just watch. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's the issue I'm talking about. You can see I'm not touching anything there. There we go. Doesn't sound happy, does it? Right, I hope you guys can hear me with all this, you know, bush that's blowing all over the place. But anyway, you're gonna get started on this now. And all you need really is a socket set, you know, screwdriver, pliers. I've got, you know, a little bag of tools really. I don't think you need anything specific. So we're gonna actually take off the throttle body. Now to get to that, we're gonna remove the cover. So we'll take that off, which is only 2 bolts, which will then give us space to our throttle body. Then we can start to take off all the map sensors and everything else that's under the throttle position sensor, all that type of stuff. So yeah, let's start with that up. Right, so that's off now. Now we'll start to get to this. So you've got your map sensor, which is on the top of there. You've got your throttle position sensor that needs disconnecting. I'm not sure what this is. I think this is the evap sensor, you know, so we need to disconnect these 3, yeah, which are quite simple. You just push on the tab and take them off really. It's a little bit tough, that one. And then this one is a little bit tricky, which will get more space once we take our air intake box off there. We'll also disconnect this, which I think is intake air temp or IAT. Remove that clamp. Your guys' cars might be slightly different if you don't have a Tegua setup like mine, so yeah, just bear that in mind. Right, so that's loose, which we've lost a nut for, which we'll pick up. It's just fallen at the bottom there. Same with this one. There's our nut. Take that off. Right, that should come out easily. We need to get rid of that as well. I don't know if you can see that, guys. So the pliers, there we go. That's that one out, and that's that out. So if you do have just that pipe, then it's obviously easy. The original Honda one might be a bit more fiddly. And there we have our throttle body, as you can see. So the little culprit that we are after, this idle air control valve, is the one that's underneath here. So to get to there, we're going to have to take our throttle cable off, obviously. And there's a couple of bolts around that, which we'll take off. And now we've got access to take off this TPS throttle position sensor. So we'll plug that off. Right, there we go. 12 spanner. Let me try and just release that. I just want it to be able to just come off. Yeah, so we can get it out the way. There we go. Put that back to where that was. And then our next thing is to take off the evap, which is you can just simply pull it off. Right, evap off. So it looks like our only thing is this cable, which goes round that way, comes around here, and then basically pops itself out. There you go. So that's our throttle cable, which we will put to one side. And to remove this off, it's only just 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, yeah? So I'll do that quickly, and then just those 2 pipes. Look at how nice and clean, eh? From that last video. If you do want to see that video, guys, I'll put it somewhere on the top of the screen. Let's take that off. This is a nut, that is a bolt, so don't forget that. Probably put that somewhere on here. This is a bolt, I think. It's gonna come out of here. Yep. So it looks like they're opposites. And then the other one should be a nut. So that should pop off. And then we've only got them two to take off. Give that a little pull. There we go. Just a little yank. I'm just wondering, are those actually gonna be, you know what, guys, I think what we'll do, so those are the coolant pipes, them two. So I'm just thinking what to do with them. I think what we'll do is we need something to block them off temporarily. Right, you know we're getting serious when the bolt bucket comes out, the bolt and nut bucket. For you subscribers that have been here quite a while, you'll remember this bolt bucket. So you want to find something that's about the same size as the pipes, just so we can put them in there temporarily to keep them dry. Right, so looking at this car, I've noticed that, you know, it's got some form of jubilee on there. I think I'm gonna struggle on one of them. Now I've got this little flexible extension, which is nice for this type of stuff because you can bend it. Right, there we go. Let's come off. Where's our bolts? Where's our bolts, boys? Let's put this bugger up there. Might just keep it quiet. There we go. keep that nice and quiet. Next one. There we go. Yep, put that in there. That'll keep that nice and quiet for the time being. And that's pretty much that off, guys. So there is one more at the bottom, which I think is for the actual idle air control valve. It's got a funny cover over it. Can you see that cover? That's over it there. So just got to pull that back, push the clip, take it out, and that's pretty much our throttle body out. Let's clean this baby up. Right, guys, here is our tools we're going to be using to just clean this thing up. So the first thing we want to do is take this valve off. Now it's only just them two bolts that come out of there, and then that strips apart, and it's actually the piece inside here that spins that's the actual issue. It's, you know, stuck because of all the crap and gunk that goes into here. So what we're going to actually use, I'm going to use carb cleaner, because they recommend you use carb cleaner. You can use brake cleaner, which I do have as well. So, you know, but I think I'll start off with this. I'll just use this and see how this goes. So I'll use that with a couple of these brushes, earbuds, you know, painting brushes, and I'll just clean it in there. And then hopefully, once we've freed that up, just do the reverse of everything and fit it back on the car. That is now off, right? Take our screw out of there. And our problem, as I mentioned, is if you see through here, is the shaft that runs in between this. Yeah. Sorry about the shaky camera, the wind is bad. Right, we've got a bit desperate here. We don't have the tool, and I'm trying whatever I can with the Torx, because some people have made a Torx work in there, but it's actually 5. It's a 5-star as opposed to a 6-star like a Torx. So that ain't gonna work. So my plan is, I'm gonna use my Dremel to slot these, right? Once I've slotted them, hopefully we can get a nice flathead on there and try and take them off. So I've managed to use the Dremel to do that one. I'm gonna do this one, then we're gonna actually use the screwdriver to go in that slot and try and take it off. So if you do encounter this problem, it's not the end of the world. Hopefully you can just slot it and take it off with a flathead screwdriver. Right, let's do the next one. Hopefully that'll do it. Let's try this one. There we go. It's just the next one now. There we go. Jeez, man. That was not easy as I thought. Right, so our next step now is to take apart this thing. Slowly. Just take it out. And here is our problem. So leave that there. Let's get our little brush. The camera can pick this up. Clean in there. That's basically all the rubbish that came out of there. So yeah, I'll clean the rest of the throttle body up and yeah, put it back together. It's starting to rain again. Right, just finished cleaning this thing out now. You can actually see all the rubbish that was coming off it. I've come inside to finish cleaning it off. I carried on using this stuff, then I moved on to putting a bit of this stuff into there just to lubricate it up a bit, and now it's pretty much, listen to that, nice and clear. You know, it's not sticking or... So yeah, we'll get that back on our throttle body, And then hopefully that's done. I did clean there as well, so we can put our gasket back on there. And then basically I've wiped in there as well. I don't want to do too much to this because I'm going to be changing all this in the future. So yeah, let's do that now, and then I'll just do everything in reverse and fit it back on the car. Right, it is a new day, boys, and look at that sky. Trust me, I've been trying this whole morning to try and, finish off this bloody Civic Type R, but it's just been, I don't know, rain, wind. So finally, it looks like we're gonna have an hour or two of clear weather, and I've finished the throttle body. As you can see here, everything's all tidied up nicely. So yeah, that's all done, and now it's just a matter of fitting it. I'm not gonna show you guys me fitting it because you've seen me take it off, so it'll just be the reverse of that. So I'll get it fitted, and then we'll start the car up and test it out. Alright guys, so I've put back our throttle body. I've not put our clamps back and the cover just in case I've, not put something back properly, but I've checked everything. So intake air temp, that pipe, map sensor, evap, throttle position sensor, and our actual idle air control valve. And I've put back our throttle cable here. So we'll start it up and check, just see how it does. Hey, I'm hoping this has sorted the issue. It's the right pain, man. Cold start. Up until it's up to temp and then see, because that's when it used to start doing it once it's up to temp. Seems like it's idling lower as well. So maybe that's just me. Oh, by now it would be jumping all over the place. Wait. Just sitting just under 1. You see that? I was worried that might not fix it because mine wasn't actually too stiff, but it did have a lot of crap in there. So I'm hoping that sorted it. Only time will tell. I don't know how long this is gonna last, so I might end up buying a whole new, idle air control valve. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is a tutorial on how to do it, obviously at your own risk, as I always say. But yeah, hopefully we'll see how it holds up, guys. I am going to change a lot of stuff in there, hopefully. So this was just for now to make sure it's running right, because, it's been idling all over the place since I've bought it. It's never been right. So let's see, But yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, guys, please give us a thumbs up, a like, and a share. And I'll catch you guys again soon. Have a good weekend. Cheers. Bye.